Rising from simple origins, this man lives to be the longest-serving mayor of the then municipality, now City of Coronadal, South Cotabato. Born in Sigma Capiz on August 27, 1938, to farmer parents Pedro Miguel and Filomena Quirao, Fernando Q. Miguel is the youngest of 7 siblings. Left orphaned by his father at a very young age, his widow mother Filomena was left to take care of 7 young kids and still had to tend to the farm to make a living for the family. Life was hard for the family then, but Nanding, as he is fondly called, made his way to pursue education and graduated valedictorian both in elementary education at their barrio school and secondary education at the Visayan Central College in Sigma. With foresight and ambition coupled with a drive, discipline and hard work, hard life in Sigma didn't stop him from pursuing college degree. Working for an affluent Chinese businessman in Iloilo City, he found his way to enroll BS Mechanical Engineering at the University of San Agustin. He continued schooling while working, and he was an active student leader too. Having found a second family in his employer, the bond remains until this day. The son of his employer continues to visit him here in Coronadal every now and then. But as fate would have it, he had to stop schooling after 2 years at the University of San Agustin to go to this promised land of Mindanao, where his older siblings had earlier settled. In this land, he discovered true love, and on May 21, 1966, he tied a knot with a fair lass and love of his life, Consuelo Bascon from Coronadal.
Faithful, loving husband, and religious. I be supportive sa iya, continue serving the people in Coronadal o South Cotabato.
They are blessed with their only child, Dr. Peter Miguel.
Ang iya gina-emphasize more on sa karakter ng tao. Wherein mayara sang optimism mo ginang value da positivism. Kaya wala ko kapatid siya nga hindi kaya, tanan kaya. Ang attitude wala nga mayara sang hope firme. Ang motivation. Mula nakita ko da nga once focus ka gani. Dire-diretso ka gid sa bagay nga ginapokusan mo hasta nga ma-accomplish mo. Amo nang iyang trait bing nga do sa subong gina-practice niya. Kagang continuous niya nga being creative, kaisip. Pero minsan ga-create o naga-invento or naga-innovate sa mga ideas nga sa iya nga field nga ginatutok. Kung sa pamilya man ang mangyapon, miski sa as businessman before, mangyapon ga-create siya sang scenario para mag-increase ang sales. So ga-create siya sang mga gimmick, kabalo siya sa mga continuous ang iyang ginaisipan niya, gina-firme kung paano mag-improve.
His dreams didn't stop there. He enrolled at the then Notre Dame of Marbel College, now university, and in 1971, he finished with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Education, major in mathematics. His first teaching stint was at the Notre Dame of Banga High School. When Mrs. Consuelo Miguel transferred teaching at the Notre Dame of San Jose, he followed her the following year to teach in the same school. In 1976, he taught at the Notre Dame of Marbel for Girls, now Notre Dame Siena School of Marbel, where he holds the record of having been the coach of the girls softball team, which, as the regional champion, made it to the Palarong Pambansa in Tandag, Surigao del Sur in the early 80s.
Disciplinarian in a sense nga para sa iya, kung disiplinado ka, it carries na everything.
Whenever si Sir mag-present sa among sang lessons, kung ano kapaspas ang iya pag-explain, amo man ang lagatok sang chok sa board. Very spontaneous na siya. In fact, ang libro niya, wala niya na gina-open. At heart, master gid niya ang subject matter niya.
A hard-working family man, and with the acumen of a businessman, he taught while at the same time worked as a freelance insurance agent and a freelance agent for farm machineries. In 1978, he stopped teaching and went full-time into business. He opened Marbel Machineries, went into manufacturing and repair of farm machineries as in corn sheller, thresher, and hand tractors. While living his life in private and making his small business grow, his natural zest and passion to serve the community never wavered. He served as Purok President of Purok Ligaya Barangay Zone 2, where by this time, the family now permanently resides. Charitable and creative as he has ever been, he donated chairs fabricated out of scrap metals from the machine shop to the daycare center of the Purok and other centers in Coronadal. His love to work on the grounds made him constantly pick up whatever tools he can get just so he could cut or mower the grasses in the sidewalks and clean the streets of their Purok. The man is truly a born leader, and the born leader is truly the born worker. Some say it must have been fate, others may say it must have been written in the stars. Whatever it may have been, one thing for sure is this: the man is a self-made man. He sparked it off at his farm machinery business. It didn't only give him brisk business, it likewise opened opportunities and doors for him, including the opportunity to enter the circle of politics. It gave him the trust and confidence of a good number of influential and affluent local personalities. Hence, having entered the political arena, right after the historic EDSA Revolution of 1986, he was appointed OIC Vice Mayor of the Municipality of Coronadal. OIC Mayor then was Hilario L. De Pedro III. The appointment came as a big surprise to him, for he was expecting an appointment as municipal councilor. When OIC Mayor Hilario L. De Pedro III ran for congressional seat in 1987 and won, Fernando Q. Miguel was appointed OIC Municipal Mayor with Dr. Renato V. Orosio as OIC Vice Mayor. Realizing he couldn't simultaneously be the businessman that he had been and the ardent public servant that he was then, he gave up business. In the 1988 elections, he ran for municipal mayor, and having won, from there on, served as the mayor of Coronadal until 1997, when he decided to run for Congress but lost. Having lost in the election, he lived his next 3 years venturing into small businesses as in manufacturing of hollow blocks, an eatery, and a security agency, all of which weren't much of a success, as had been his farm machineries business before he entered public service. While living his private life, he knew then that deep in his heart still lurked the burning passion to serve, such that in 2001, he decided to run again as mayor of the now city of Coronadal. He won. He is the first elected city mayor of Coronadal. He continues to serve his people as their mayor to date. In the 2 decades of serving as the mayor of Coronadal, he can claim victory and triumph over a lot of things that his series of administrations brought in terms of development. Anchored on the thrust of developing land and people, and in strong partnership with the people and other local organizations, accessibility has been greatly improved with all roads from the barangays to the urban center now paved. Electrification has been intensified and public facilities in place. Elementary and high school students who belong to indigent families are given free education in public school. And there is the ISCO scholarship for poor but deserving college students. In coordination with the TESDA, skills trainings are afforded to interested individuals. Indigent constituents are enrolled in the PhilHealth Para sa Masa program. Health, order, and safety programs have been periodically upgraded and enhanced to respond to changing demands of times. Intensive promotion of the city has been undertaken for the Hinugyao Cultural Dance Troupe, acting as team ambassador for the city, not only to the Philippines but in other countries as well. Coronadal has been designated as the administrative center for Region 12, and lately, operations of regional offices, branches, and other bureaus of the national government has started their operations in the city. And the new city hall is nearing completion. The dynamism of development in Coronadal under the administration of City Mayor Fernando Miguel has placed it in the pedestal of many award-giving bodies. It has been awarded the Nutrition Honor Award by the National Nutrition Council in Malacanang in 2002, the 2003 Kabalikat Award by the TESDA Women's Center, the most competitive small city in the Philippines, Cities Competitiveness Ranking 2003 by the Asian Institute of Management Policy Center, the most business-friendly city in Mindanao 2005 by the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, one of the most competitive small-sized city in the Philippines in 2006, again by the Asian Institute of Management Policy Center, the best local chief executive in 2009 by the Bureau of Fire Protection for his support to the local BFP, and many others.
Ang gusto abi niya action he's an action man. So ang gusto niya resulta dayon ba? Ang mga siya. So kisa nagsundan namon din ang iya nga gusto. But in the end, makita man namon nga may wisdom man ang iya nga binasiling sa amag ang iya nga gusto ipatuman ba. He is development oriented. Mayor Miguel, totoong tao, hindi plastic. Kung akig siya sa imo, singanon nga akig siya sa imo. O pakita niya nga akig siya sa imo, hindi kanya nga ibibibig kanya, hindi. Kung nalipay siya sa imo, singanon man niya nalipay siya sa imo.
But his political life is not all that glory and triumphs. He had his own share of getting down the drain. In 1989, he was jailed at the Coronadal Municipal Jail for murder. He was out after 6 months. The case was elevated, and again, he was convicted and jailed at the Manila City Jail in 1992. This was one time of desperation and hopelessness in his life. But the more intense air of desperation and hopelessness in Celda Dos and in his co-inmates and the daily visit of his wife and son made him come to his usual strong self and senses. There was no way that everybody in Celda Dos would think negative and desperate. There had to be somebody strong. He had to remain strong. The positive thinker that he ever is, he translated all negative energies into small but meaningful projects and left a legacy imprinted in the hearts of many at the Manila City Jail. The once swampy corner near Celda Dos of the Manila City Jail was transformed into a recreational ground when, from out of his pocket and from out of his creative mind, he developed the area into a place where they could play chess. It has become a chess-playing area for the inmates. While he doesn't play basketball as his reflexes aren't built and trained for such games, the leader instinct in him made him coach the basketball team of Celda Dos. And for the first time in the history of the Manila City Jail, Celda Dos became champion against the much-feared Sputnik gang. So heated was the championship game that the opponent's strategy was to disrupt the game by employing dirty tactics so as to trigger and ignite commotion. Coach and leader as he was, and heavily guarded, he remained focused on the real goal of the game, and that is to play the game and win. He never encouraged his team to retaliate. Play and shoot that ball was what he kept on shouting, and win the most coveted trophy. The team did. This latter incident earned him the respect of his inmates. To this day, this episode of his life remains one colorful story and the legend at the Manila City Jail. After spending 6 months at the Manila City Jail, he was out as a free man and was back to serve his people in Coronadal. Interspersed with a hectic schedule of family and political career, he lives a highly energetic and active social time. He is the council chairman of the Boy Scout of the Philippines, South Cotabato Chapter. His advocacy extends to envisioning and working towards making every Coronadaleño a Boy Scout and live up to the tenets of Boy Scouting. He is an executive board member of the League of Cities of the Philippines and has been active in policy recommendation and development for the common good of all Philippine cities. He has been an active Kiwanian since he first joined the organization in 1980. He became club president in 1981, club advisor of Kiwanis Club of Coronadal City from 2004 to date, lieutenant governor in 1984 to 1985, Charter President in 2003 to 2004, and he was voted to the highest position of District Governor of the Philippine South District, covering the Visayas and Mindanao areas in 2007 to 2008. Continuously inspired by his idol, Iloilo's father of the Timawa, Rodolfo Roding Ganzon, who during his political prime many Ilonggos considered as someone who possessed an exceptionally strong dungan, and who also rose from simple origins to become councilor, first city mayor of Iloilo, congressman, and later senator of the Republic of the Philippines by virtue of his sharp mind, excellent oratorical skills, stubborn willpower, and lastly, incredible luck. Our man continued to be driven by his zest for service to the masa.
Sir, I want to tell you nga I am very grateful sa nahimo mo sa kabuhi ko to be what I am now. I am also happy nga you nurtured my life from my student life until sa amo nga state sa akong nga life, and you had been a big part of that me. Salamat big sir.
Sa imo, sir, good luck. Stay faithful to mom and your kids. And I hope for your greater success in life. I know na wala ka naman gid sin pangayuan because you have achieved so much. You have done so much for the people, for all your constituents, and maybe for the greater good.
Kay Mayor Miguel, ang wish ko lang for you is that you will be given the opportunity to continue serving the people, not only of Coronadal, but of the province of Samar.
Pang, Happy New Year. Siguro karon mo malang babatian, kapasalamat ko sa imo bilang isa ka tatay. Pero proud ko sa imo bilang man nga ikaw ang tatay ko because of so many things. Ang madugang ko lang is I pray for your good health and I pray for your continuing determination to help other people. And wala akong mahambal pa kundi I pray also for your strong will, continue your brilliant innovation, kung ano ang ginaisip mo para sa katawhan, ang imong motivation, ang imong drive para makabulig pagid. So, I continue mo lang, balaan ko man nga amo na lang imong lifestyle, amo na lang imong life, amo na lang imong role diri sa aton nga lugar to serve the people. So, good luck sa imo. And we love you. I love you.
Aged in years he may be, but his unrelenting enthusiasm, excitement, and drive for service gave him that unimaginable level of energy to make him young at heart and in spirit. He never ceases to continue to explore, to discover, and be creative, just so development for Coronadal and its people become meaningful. He is the man. He is our man, not of one decade, but of two. He is Honorable Fernando Q. Miguel, City Mayor of Coronadal.